This episode is brought to you by Raycon.
Initiating moisture.
Welcome to the Moist Meter. Today we're taking a look at Ghostrunner. This game is great. I'm just going to immediately start with that. This game is absolutely outstanding. At no point over the 6 or 8 hours you'll spend just beating through the game does it ever get stale. It is always at every single moment just a fucking pedal to the metal experience that'll make you want to slap your mother. It's a game right out of a wet dream I would have had as a 14-year-old boy who watched Rurouni Kenshin for the first time. You play as a sword-wielding cyber ninja in the future landscape, post-apocalyptic cyberpunk universe as you have all of these abilities and tools at your disposal to slice assholes in half and just be a goddamn super ninja hero. And that is absolutely fantastic. Even just traversing the world is a joy. It reminds me of like Titanfall 2's movement to a certain degree. It is so fluid, it is so crisp, and it's so enjoyable. Even when you're not just running around circumcising the bad guys with your sword, just getting from area to area is enjoyable in and of itself. It is just fun. While running off a ton of shit, dashing into a slide to build up extra momentum, and it just feels fucking fast. Like it feels like my hair was blowing back just moving in this game. So even when you're not engaged in combat, you are still having a good time just getting around the area. And it does have a pretty strong narrative. I wouldn't say that it's great or bulletproof or anything like super special, but it's an effective narrative. It makes you interested, makes you care, and I think it delivers the narrative in a fun way where when you're getting a lot of exposition, you're also doing things at the same time, like jumping around in the cyberspace, doing a little platforming and puzzle solving occasionally. Like it's still fun, even just getting fed exposition in this game. Yeah, it's certainly predictable at points, but it is a good narrative and it gets the job done. And the absolute bread and butter of this game is its combat. My fucking god, the combat is glorious. It's not easy. This is not an easy game by any means. You're going to be fighting a lot of enemies in a lot of locations and going up against a lot of different things with unlimited ways of getting through them. I can only imagine how fucking great the speedruns for this game are going to be. There's so many tools at your disposal and so many options for approaching a fight. It's going to get absolutely wild, I imagine, when it comes to speedrunning this game. You can jump around on walls, you can freeze time and dodge a bullet, you can deflect a bullet. There's just so much to do when approaching a fight, and it is always so satisfying after getting your cheeks clapped, your asshole spread open 20, 30 times in a single section against the enemies, to just get that one beautiful, perfect run where you go through 6 different enemies with all kinds of different approaches to it, where you're not just going to like beeline and just start hammering left click. You have to really think things through. Like you're going to jump in the air, you're going to freeze time, dodge a bullet, then slide, slice their legs off, go to the next guy. There's just, it's so good. It's so good. Imagine Doom Eternal made a wish upon the 7 Dragon Balls to be Genji from Overwatch. You have this incredible blend of Doom Eternal and this cyber ninja fantasy. It is, so good. It's just so fun. I really can't suck this game's cyber cock enough about its gameplay. They absolutely crushed it. At no point was I ever, mad about a death or anything. Sometimes, you get that brief burst of shit, but then you realize, yeah, that's my fault. The game is extremely fair. It's always your fault when you're getting slapped around, and then you get to overcome that challenge and pull through with something beautiful. And it is always so rewarding. And the game visually, I think, is great. I love the visuals in this game. I'm a huge fan of the aesthetic. And now on to just a couple minor complaints, like there's nothing huge. Since the game is so fast, I felt sometimes some movements and some inputs didn't fully register. For example, I'd accidentally cancel something and get fucked for it. And also when it came to platforming, I'd feel like sometimes I wasn't wall running when I thought I should be. Like I'd have this incredible plan in my head, and the second I go to execute it, I, for some reason, don't get a wall run off, and then I just plummet and die. Or maybe I made a big jump and for some reason I didn't grab up onto the ledge even though I landed like right on the ledge. He didn't pull himself up for some reason. He just dropped like a fucking rock on the ledge. And I'd be like, well, why the fuck didn't he pull himself up? I've done this a million times and I pulled myself up every other time. Why is this one different? And I think it's just occasionally some of those things would happen, which is a little frustrating, but it's not the biggest deal in the world because you're going to die a million times anyway, and respawning is instant. You just press R and it's immediately right back in the action. If there's loading screens, some things like that would be a lot more frustrating, but since it's so quick, it's not that big of a deal, and it didn't happen super often anyway. And that was also the case when I was going to like right click to like lasso myself up to something. It would be blue and I'd right click and it just wouldn't go off sometimes. So just occasionally things like that would happen. But anyway, plugging Ghostrunner into the moist meter, I think this is an easy 90% game. I think this game is absolutely wonderful. Everything about it I think is great. I think all of the elements it blended together in here work very well together. And yeah, I definitely think this is a game that anyone who likes like fast-paced action games would really appreciate. It's just a lot of fun, top to bottom for sure. That's it. Take a little seat down by the fireplace and let me tell you about Raycon wireless earbuds. I've talked numerous times about the importance of having a quality pair of earbuds that are wireless when it comes to being physically active in the world, because you don't want that wire getting in the way of things. For example, I have been able to get my bench up pretty substantially over the last few months. I'm up to repping out 30 reps of 155 pretty easily, and I attribute that entirely to switching to Raycon wireless earbuds for my pump sessions, because I don't have to worry about getting the wire in the way and holding me back from the gains that I was meant to achieve. Raycon earbuds sound just as amazing as the other premium audio brands, but come in at half the price. The Everyday E25 is their best model, 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, compact design, comfortable, it just has all the bells and whistles you'll want. So if you're interested in trying Raycon earbuds for yourself, you can click the link in the description below for 15% off your order. And if you just want to type it in, it's buyraycon.com/moist for 15% off your order. That's it. See ya.